guys, welcome back. Today we got another bike trip planned for you. We're back at the Tunnel Hill Trail. Let me flip you around and show you what we're going to do. Okay, previously in part one, what we did was we started in Vienna and we took you up to Harrisburg and we turned around and came back. Okay, now today we're back in Vienna again, but we're going to start in Vienna and we're going to show you the rest of the trail. We're going to take you all the way down to Karnak, and then we're going to head over to the Wetlands Center. We'll show you that. Hopefully it's open. We can get in and show you a little bit of it. And then we're going to come back to Vienna again, okay? And they've done some work here in Vienna. I want to show you before we leave. Right now I'm standing at the old depot. It's right here. This is the old depot. And the trains would have came, right there's the trail. The trains would have just came right on through here. I can kind of picture it in my head, and it's a lot of fun to think about. Then they went on south, okay? Now what I want you to see is right across there, if I can focus you in, that new building over there, that's a nice brand new clean bathroom. So if you're coming in, this is a great trailhead to use. And they've done a lot of work on the park here. And when you go out, you're going to go out south now, and there's a highway right here. If you make a left, there's a McDonald's, there's a Dairy Queen, a couple gas stations, and then I-24 is running right there. Okay, if you come out of the parking lot, this trailhead here, and make a right, that's going to take you over, and you would come in on Route 45. So when you'll come to a four-way stop, if you make a right, it's going to take you towards Harrisburg, north on 45. If you make a left, it's going to take you towards Metropolis. There's a Casey's general store right there too. So if you need anything here in Vienna, there's a Casey's to your right, and there's McDonald's and gas stations and Dairy Queen to your left. So that's a little bit about the trailhead here. Let's get on the trail and get rolling. Okay, so this is coming out of the trailhead. This is Route 146. Like I said, you go right to Casey's, you go left to the other places. We're gonna go right on across. Well shaded. Today is July 31st, and we got a cool day. It's only supposed to get up in the 80s. There's a chance of rain today. Hopefully we're gonna get done before it starts. But look, it's a great day for riding. Okay, there's two things I want to show you here, and I'll flip you around and explain it to you.
Pausing.
Okay, you can kind of tell how the railroad bed is cut into this hill. If you look here beside me, the ground's not much higher, but it slowly goes up there. See as I'm panning out. And you got a pretty good hill, okay? But the railroad, a train can't just pull up these and go down these steep inclines. They got to stay about between 1% and 3%. So the workers had to dig this bed out so that train could stay nice and flat. Now the benefit is, on a bicycle, you don't have to go up and down hills all the time. It's a slow incline for a mile and then a slow decline for a mile. And if you turn around and look, what you'll see up ahead of me here is going to be a bottoms, where they took the dirt that was where we're standing and they pushed it up there to level out that gully. So the hill would have went down like this, and they took this dirt, put it up there, so it's nice and level. And then the curves aren't sharp either. They're nice sweeping curves. Okay, that's the one thing I want to show you. Two was the trail surface. And I don't know if you can see it. I'll get you down really close here. But there's my finger for reference. It's just a perfect crushed limestone, hard surface, hard pack. It's not sandy, not overly packed. It's just real good for riding. And of course, you notice still we're in the shade. So on a hot sunny day, this is a good place to come ride. Okay, so we're gonna get headed, we're still going towards Karnak. We'll keep you updated as we find cool stuff along the way. Okay, we got two things at this stop. One, you look out there, that should be Route 45. I don't know if I can zoom you in or not. There you go. So that should be Route 45, and that's heading south towards Metropolis. And the other thing here is a mile marker post. I'm pretty sure that this trail has a mile marker every mile from Harrisburg to Karnak. And that is pretty awesome. If you've ridden very many rails to trails, you'll know that they don't come every mile, but this trail is one that I'm pretty sure there may be one here and there that's missing, but I'm pretty sure they're every mile. So that really helps you mentally when you're on a long ride, knowing how much farther you got.
Resuming.
You checked off another mile. Horse is just out there enjoying the shade today. Serving one way or another. I think we're going to be going under Route 45 right here. We'll just take you with us. Got some vines growing off there. Okay, here's something else that's pretty interesting. I don't know if you can see down through there like I can. The water's actually really clear, but it's dark. So what you got is all the leaves that have fallen off these trees have now got wet, sunk to the bottom, and it's just brown. Where everybody lives down there, the turtles and the snakes and all that. But you got all different kinds of terrain you're going to see along this trail. This is kind of a swamp. I'm sure this stays wet year round. I mean, we're at the end of July and this is still wet, so it's pretty much a swamp right here. What we're getting into the Cache River, I don't know, bottoms, I guess, Cache River bottoms, wetlands. I'm not sure the correct terminology to use there, but it's going to get better as we go on up, so we'll show you some more. Okay, here's a good spot to show you the Cache River bottoms, wetlands. And what it is you can kind of see, first let me show you this right through there. If you can see that tree right here, okay, right there, that guy right there, that's a cypress tree, okay, and they'll grow out in the middle of this wet swamp. Boy, I don't know if you saw that. That's a crane. That was a white one, just flew through there. We'll pan back out. There's a couple. There's a bigger one to the side of it. I'm not seeing it, but it's there. Anyway, the top is blown out of the one I'm seeing. The closer trees are making it hard to see. What you can do is we're close to a place called I think it's called the Cache River Outfitters. And you can rent canoes, kayaks, and you can paddle all this. And they have a tour. And then what you get to see is there's two really cool things. One's a tree that's 800 years old. Okay, think about that a minute, 800 years old. The other is a tree that's 1,100 years old. Okay, that's just crazy. 1,100-year-old tree out in the middle of this swamp. It's the oldest tree in Illinois. But I suggest, I've got another video. You can go watch my other video and check that out. Or you can come down and do it yourself. That's what I suggest. But yeah, Christopher Columbus, he's discovered America like 650 years ago. So that tree was already 350 years old when he discovered America. Pretty crazy. So we're on the trail. We're going to we're still going towards Karnak. There's a lot of bridges on this section. Of course, I mean, it makes sense. We're in the bottoms, got creeks feeding into the Cache River, and the Cache River feeds into the Ohio, which feeds into the Mississippi. The old railroad track's still in use. Sure, they haul a lot of coal through there. Now what I want to show you is, see these, as you're going, they look like big rocks, but I want to show you this. So what this is right here, okay, that's a hickory nut. And you see, there's one just fell. And I wouldn't, they're falling pretty fast. But what happens is squirrels love these things, okay? So they'll get up there in the tree and they'll knock them off. And then they'll come down the tree, come over here, pick them up, and they'll bury them. But they're pretty hard. And if your tire hits them, it'll kind of move you a little bit. And I've had several patches coming down through here where they're starting to fall. August 31st usually starts our squirrel season. So it's to the point where they start cutting pretty good. But I wanted to show you that. And then what I'll tell you is today, my tires that I'm using, these are 733s. So talking about tires size, the question, how small, how big? Well, I don't think you can get too big. This size that I've got's working out great. I'd say anything from a 32 up would work. If all you've got is a 725, I mean, it depends on your experience level. I could ride this on a 25 fairly easy, but there's going to be spots like that, and there's been a couple spots with bigger rocks that are going to be take a little more concentration. You know, you're going to swerve around and try to miss them. But overall, you could do it on a 25. I would just suggest, there's some more hickory nuts. I would suggest a 32 or bigger. Okay, here's another, I guess it's a trailhead. At least it's a spot to stop. This is the town of Belknap. I don't know that Belknap has anything where you could get something to eat or drink snacks-wise, but it's a nice, clean little town right there. Probably less than 100 people. Okay, I just crossed one bridge that I didn't show you, but I showed you every other bridge on the way here from Vienna to Karnak. And this is Karnak, okay? So this would be your trailhead where you'd want to park. And there's a nice restroom right there. And if you want to go to the Wetlands Center, you just follow this trail. So that's what we're going to do. I got a mileage map, a picture of that I will put at the very end of the video. If you want to stick around, check that out. It'll show you the distances from Harrisburg all the way down, from town to town. It breaks it down for you. Okay, I didn't remember this part, but right here is telling you, this is the tree I was telling you about, that it's 1,100 years old. So it's up this road. We're still going towards, Karnak is behind us. We're going towards the Wetlands Center up this way. But the road crosses over. If you wanted to take the time and go, you could go see that tree. You don't get right up next to it like you would in a canoe, but you can. They got like a dock there, and you can see it from that access point. I would highly suggest that. Oh, okay. Okay, we made it to the Wetlands Center, but unfortunately it's closed. I wish I could take you inside and show you, because there's some really cool stuff in there. I can tell you From experience, there are shark's teeth that have been found in this area of southern Illinois. I think there's some stuff about alligators in there. It shows the canoes and how they surveyed it. It was just a dugout wooden log canoe, and different things. Let's stop here. Okay, there is some information out here. It tells you a lot about it. Got a good map right there. Show you a little bit of the animals that are here. Got some pamphlets if you want to take one with you.
Resuming.
It's a wildlife refuge. Probably some hunting information, some phone numbers, things like that. But it's a really nice place. The air conditioning's on. It'd be great if I could show you, but unfortunately today it's closed. Okay, I'm gonna try something I've never done before. I'm back in Karnak. See, there's the restroom. And I'm headed back to Vienna, and I'm gonna try to do time-lapse video, so it's gonna look like I'm going really fast. Actually, I will be going really fast. With time-lapse, it's gonna look like I'm going super fast. So I'm gonna turn you around, put you on time-lapse, and we're gonna head back to Vienna, and we're probably gonna make it there in like 3 minutes. So let's go. Okay, well, my phone holder didn't work for that mission, so I had to hold the phone, try to keep it steady, and then ride with one hand, and that section there is about all I can do one-handed. My tricep is burning, so we are going to call this one a wrap. We're not going to video the next 7 miles into Vienna. So when I left home this morning at 8:30, it was raining like hard. And it rained about half the way down here, which was about a 2-hour drive, just under 2 hours. And now it's caught up to me. I'm afraid it's between me and Vienna. So there you just saw, maybe got a little darker. Hopefully we can get back to the car before it gets hard. Right now it's just sprinkling. But we're going, we'll see what we can do. Okay, I got 4 miles to go. The drops are getting quite a bit bigger. Getting ready to cross the railroad tracks now. Okay, it's still raining. It hasn't gotten any harder. But it has been raining here longer because the trail's wet. Getting ready to pass under Route 45. So we're getting pretty close. Okay, get ready. Here we go. Boom. Okay, got about a mile to go, and I think I've ridden out of the rain. So I'm gonna flip you around, I'm gonna time lapse you into Vienna, okay? Okay, we're back in Vienna. That was 27 miles round trip from Vienna to Karnak Wetlands Center and back. This is a great trail. I'm going to vote this the best trail in Illinois. Get down here and check it out. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Tell your friends. We're trying to get to 200. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.